Today's topic is liberation. Buddhism is an education that teaches how to be free from the cycle of reincarnation, life and death, and to reach Buddhahood. Now let's look at this verse. All Buddhas gain liberation from cultivation of the mind. We do not obtain liberation from worshiping Buddha or Bodhisattva or reading a whole bunch of sutras. We gain liberation from cultivating our own mind. Patriarch Bodhidharma says, invoking Buddha's name results in good karma, reciting sutras results in good memory, keeping precepts results in good rebirth, and making offerings results in future blessing. But no Buddha. You can do all these good deeds, you will have the corresponding good karma, but you will not have a Buddha. That means you will not reach Buddhahood. If you do not find your true nature doing these good deeds, your intention is wanting this good karma, good retribution, you will not reach Buddhahood because you are not with your enlightened mind. The key of liberation is to see your own nature, to see who you really are. The mind is originally pure, clear, and undefiled. Our true mind is always pure and undefiled and clear. Knowing this fact, every day we should be free from our greed, anger, and ignorance. All these can be eradicated. Therefore, a cultivator will always be aware of his thoughts. When he or she have greed, anger, or ignorance, catch it right away. This is called turning the light inward and illuminate the mind. Do not be attached to the situation that's making you upset or making you happy or making you greedy. It's not the situation. Turn the light inward and look at yourself. Admit that this is affliction. When you know it's affliction, then you will not have the affliction anymore. When you know being angry is not good, you will stop being angry. So a cultivator can always change thoughts and break the old negative pattern of thinking. Return to who we are originally, this pure, clear, and undefiled mind. In the Shraddhamma Sutra, there is a bodhisattva maintaining the ground. He loves to pave the road and he loves to build bridges, but he doesn't know why he's doing it. Until one day he met a Buddha. The Buddha told him, you should level your mind ground, then everything else in the world will be leveled. He became enlightened. He realized leveling, paving the road is not helping the world. It's only when our mind is leveled without judgment and discrimination and defilement, it's at peace, then the world will be at peace. So now we are all very concerned about the politics, about the corruption and the chaos of the world, but we do not know that it's all from our own mind. So see the world and realize the mind. Take the blame and bear the responsibility of our collective karma. This is not because of others doing, it's because of our own mind. If we can level our own mind, our mind is at peace, then the world will be at peace. So world peace is not other people's responsibility, it's your own responsibility. Every day by changing your thought for the better, then you are changing the world for the better. You want world peace, then your mind should be at peace. So that's how we cultivate. By cultivating the mind, then we will be liberated. The mind, it might reincarnate in the 5 rounds of existence, but it remains fresh and unpolluted by any form. In reality, we still have reincarnation in the 5 rounds. We usually say the 6 rounds of reincarnation: hell, hungry ghost, animal, Ashura round, human, and heavenly beings. It says 5 here because the Ashura round doesn't have its own world. It's scattered in the other rounds. Why do we keep going through lifetime and lifetime of reincarnation? In the Shrakama Sutra, it says killing, stealing, and lust are themselves the basic root of reincarnation, because we have killing, stealing, and lust. These are the conditions, and we have the causes of greed, anger, and ignorance. That's why we are reincarnating. From these causes and conditions comes the continuity of karmic retribution. We pass through hundreds and thousands of eons in a sustained mutual entanglement because of these. When the 3 conditions of the karma of killing, stealing, and lust are cut off, the 3 causes for them do not arise. When the mana ceases, just that ceasing is bodhi. If we can stop the manas, stop the deluded mind, that is our bodhi mind. That is our true mind. All we have to do is to stop the manas of greed, anger, and ignorance, and stop the conditions of killing, stealing, and lust. When we talk about Pure Land Buddhism, it's not apart from this karmic retribution. We should know when our mind is pure, we are having the causes of going to the Pure Land. Every day we must cultivate our mind as a Pure Land practitioner to get rid of our greed, anger, and ignorance. We have the same mind as Amitabha, then we will definitely go to his Pure Land. So do not think that you just recite Amitabha's name and you don't have to cultivate much. That is not true. You must watch your mind constantly and to know your defilements and to know you need to change your thoughts for the better, to be aligned with your pure mind. Lastly, for those who comprehend this, they will indeed achieve the great path. If we can just understand what is the cause of reincarnation and how do we return to our pure mind, we will reach the great path. That's Buddhahood. In the Shrakama Sutra, it says, when the cause and conditions of the mana ceases, then the nature that is not mad will naturally come forth. We do not look for Buddha mind anywhere. All we have to do is stop the manas, stop the deluded mind, and naturally the pure mind will come forth. So this is the same as what we have said. To know illusion is to depart from it. To depart from illusion is to be enlightened. So all we have to do is to know. Then we will naturally go back to our true mind. That is the great path. Furthermore, I would like to share Bodhisattva Nagarjuna's famous quote. For dharmas arising from conditions, I affirm that they are empty. They are conventional, but yet indicate the meaning of the middle way. Our mind, it is empty in nature, but it has conventional existence. When you balance the emptiness and the conventional existence, that is the middle way. I combined it with the top verse. I affirm that they are empty. It is talking about the mind that is originally pure, clear, and undefiled. Emptiness, we usually use pure to symbolize. We are originally empty, which means our greed, anger, and ignorance, they do not have any nature. So we can definitely eradicate and conquer our afflictions. Keep turning the light inward to illuminate the mind and change the thought and change the pattern. Know that they also have the conventional existence that's talking about the reincarnation. We are really reincarnating in the 5 rounds. But use this conventional phenomenon to cultivate the real mind. Recently, I volunteered for an organization for the visually impaired. I met a lot of great people who are visually impaired. Most of them are completely blind. I serve them, give them food, and talk to them. All the worries and problems in my own life just seems to disappear. All I'm concerned about is how to serve them and make them happy because they really need help. That was when I realized our mind is naturally kind and compassionate and pure. When you can bring out your pure mind, all your defilement just seems to go away. So we need to bring ourselves back to this perfect, kind, pure, and loving heart. Every life situation is to help us realize our own mind. Stop being attached to the world, to all the phenomena, but return to our true nature and change our afflictions and defilement. Then every day it is very meaningful because we are really improving, we are really turning into a saint. Lastly, we will understand the middle way, which is the great path, which is Buddhahood. Our Buddha mind is the middle way. This is how we are originally, and we will definitely go back to the middle way if we can just watch our thoughts and always be aware of our mind. That's the class for today. Thank you for listening. Amitabha.